Hello and welcome back to The Bastard Children of Everil, an Unbardoon adventure. My name is Quincy Durand. Allow me to refresh you on where our story last left off. Previously on The Bastard Children of Everil, 5 seemingly disconnected individuals was given a summons to attend the reading of the will of the 1,000-year king of Everil, Everil. These individuals are yours truly, Quincy Durand, the human son of a dishonorably discharged knight turned bounty hunter, Abydan Renevar, the elf-Eladrin priest from a noble house, Helaena Ilias, a human squad commander in the king's army, Tilda Fairfoot, the halfling orphan adopted by a not-so-noble family, and Buddy Luckyhands, the half-elf gutter rat. Answering the summons to the Keep of the King, they were greeted by Nominis Vespos, who sent them the letter, the steward of the Kingdom of Everil. Upon a brief and not too happy conversation, the bells are sounded throughout the city of Everil, signaling the death of the king. Overcoming the shock of this alarm, they are ushered inside, and into the king's bedchamber where his dead and decaying body lies. Surrounded by the queen, a child, and a prophetess giving last rites. The queen read the will. The will stated that the 5 of them who were summoned were the king's bastard children, much to everyone's horror and confusion. Further, the Kingdom of Everil would be removed from a monarchy and instead be broken up into 6 states, the 6 regions given to the queen and the bastards, while the city of Everil itself was given to the true blood heir, Herix Halbin Everil, the child that was present. With this being done, they are given the titles Regal Prospers, and 5 keys are bestowed to them. The queen and Herix were obviously upset, and tensions rose. Then the prophetess let out a string of prophetic numbers that remained a mystery to those in the room. Royal messengers barged into the room with reports from all over the kingdom. Exactly when King Everil died, a horrible black, purple, and red smoke appeared and devastated many towns as monsters poured out of it. As they contemplated what this meant, a large boom was heard, and the smoke appeared in the courtyard outside. The bastards were given basic equipment to defend themselves, and they all rushed down. From the smoke, a horrifying creature, a conqueror of worlds, a mind flayer, stepped out. He introduced himself as Shaverra and told them that Everil was now his kingdom, giving an ultimatum to bow and leave or die. After some talk, Herix joined them and denounced them. He exiled the bastards and openly shook Shaverra's hand. They were warned one last time, this time Herix giving the threat. Tilda and Helaena bowed, and Buddy did it first, but being joined by his brother Quincy, stood up. I myself was nearly paralyzed with fear, but Abydan stood on his principles and would not bow to those who did not warrant it. And that is where we are, in The Bastard Children of Everil. And the story continues now.
All right, gang, welcome back. All right.
It's us
That was
again.
an awesome recap. Welcome back, listener. Welcome back to the 5 lovely players of this game. What we're going to do real quick before we jump on into things is go ahead and we're going to go round table real quick. Just introduce your voice, introduce your character's name and their general appearance real quick, just so that we know their race and class and which voice is playing who this session.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jason, playing Quincy Durand. He is a human bard with medium-length brown hair, half pulled up into a ponytail with green eyes and a well-trimmed goatee. He's often seen wearing duelist attire in the colors of Everil's coat of arms, the yellow, green, and deep red of the benefics for it. He's often seen wearing a longsword at his side and a pan flute, and catching criminals.
Well, howdy. That's my character voice. How's everyone? Hi, I'm Chaz. I play a Buddy Luckyhands. Gotta find the voice real quick. Let me do that. And we're back in it. Anyway, Buddy Luckyhands looks like Danny DeVito from Matilda if you made it halfway through P90X.
Halfway, though. Halfway.
Yeah.
E45.
Yeah, so that's about as the best I can say it. Just a Danny DeVito halfway through P90X, got some rags on him. He's missing 3 fingers in total. 2 on his. Did I say 2 on his left? Who knows?
Yeah.
Back and listen, listener. You find out if I'm wrong. And yeah, maybe he's missing some toes too. But we'll find out in a later episode. Stick around.
The best part about being in a podcast is you don't have to keep notes. The listeners will remind you.
That's right.
Hello. My name is Kate Harris. I'm playing Tilda Elwyn, but she's going by Tilda Fairfoot now because she's done with her elf last name. She is a halfling druid, and she is a short little thing with freckles and unruly curly hair, kind of wearing tattered, and you could tell she sewed her own clothes, but not well. And she has a scar from her eye to her mouth on her right cheek.
Hey guys, this is Noah Carter, and I'm going to be playing Abydan Renevar. He is a Eladrin paladin. He mostly carries himself in priestly vestments. Everything about him is gold. His eyes, his hair, even a little bit of his skin. Very finely cut, as it were. He carries himself well and has a lithe manner about himself. And that's what I'll be doing tonight.
I have a question for Abydan.
Mm-hmm.
If your friends all glittered, would they be gold?
But only shooting stars break the mold.
Ridiculous.
Hi, this is Tara Greer. I'll be playing Squad Commander Helaena Ilias. She is a human fighter. She has fiery red hair, hazel eyes, freckles, about 5'7". Usually she wears her armor, chainmail with the coat of arms of the Kingdom of Everil. She may have to rethink that as the Kingdom of Everil is no more.
Spoilers. I'm not caught up.
Oh boy, I hope you are.
If this is the episode, your first episode, you've missed a bit of action. But yeah.
I was in a fugue state last time. I don't remember.
There's really no point in checking out the previous episode, right?
False. Check out the previous episodes. Stay caught up, gang.
It's called reverse psychology.
It's called gaslighting, is what that was.
Reverse psychology is one of those things you hear about in cartoons a lot, but it has no actual bearing in the real world. If it did, I would be fooled to do a lot of things.
That's fair. Well,
you're not cool enough to do Buddy Luckyhands' voice throughout the rest of the tonight session.
You got me there.
For the viewers at home, Chaz is gesticulating angrily at the sky right now.
Please never use the word gesticulating.
Yeah.
You'll see this lost footage.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we last left off with you guys in a bit of a quandary. And I really want to revisit that quandary for just a brief moment of getting everyone's decisions. You all rushed down to the courtyard where you saw the beautiful red and black smoke billowing out of the courtyard square. As the Mind Flayer Shaverra approaches out of it, completely naked until he with psychic abilities, clothes himself within the black and red smoke, creating elegant robes that he has used over and over again, that you all can tell from this. They're pristine, however, he's used them a lot to conquer various kingdoms and worlds before. So you all were given an option. Bow to both him and the bloodborn son, Abydan Renevar. And you guys were left with a choice. It's an interesting choice, especially given the mystery that was given to you originally, with the letter saying that you are going to be bestowed a great honor, that King Shaverra Everil is leaving you property, riches in his will since he was on his deathbed. Well, the king is no longer dead. You all are known as Regal Prospers, or I'm sorry, the king is no longer alive. Forgive me. And
that was a very different campaign.
He was resurrected immediately. No, he is dead. But yeah, you guys are known now as the Regal Prosperers, and you're still standing in the courtyard. You watch the handshake between Herix and Shaverra, saying you all will never have any reign in this kingdom. With that being said, we're going to go down this list again one more time in that same order that we did a minute ago. And figure out where it is that you're standing or kneeling. Quincy Durand, what did you decide?
I was standing right beside Buddy with my hand on his shoulder. And I believe that Helaena had joined us by my side. And I remained standing, deciding for myself that maybe this is my time to be the hero.
Buddy Luckyhands.
Well, I decided that I was going to, I was kneeling, and then I stood up to comfort my dear, I'm going to say he's my younger brother, my baby brother. And I stood next to Tilda and the commander.
Okay. Tilda.
I was on the other side of Buddy, also kneeling, but honestly, you can't tell because I'm so short. It could have been a lunge. Who knows? But I don't feel like Tilda has a lot of love for this land anyway, and preferred to stick with a newfound family than go with a creepy smoke guy.
All right. So Tilda kneeled but then stood up?
No, she stayed kneeling, but it's just, she's just kind of short, so who knows what's going on.
Okay, fair. Abydan.
Abydan was towards the back of the pack, I suppose would be the best way to put it. And he decided to remain standing. I won't bow to anyone that I do not recognize as proper, especially for the well-being of this kingdom. He would be behind Quincy to the back left of Helaena.
All right. And Squad Commander Helaena Ilias.
I stood with Quincy until I was given an order to bow, and instinct and training took over, and I took a knee.
Very good. Very good. So it's already a party somewhat split here. It'll be interesting to see what Shaverra and Herix both they both think of this. All right, gang. Y'all ready to start?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Are we level 1 yet?
Nope.
Okay.
So we just have equipment and stuff, but we're not level 1.
Correct. You will get to be level 1 as soon as you exit the courtyard.
Quick, run.
Yeah,
There's
literally
a-
just run.
Run
There's
out
an
and back
XP
in.
threshold. But yeah.
All right. The choice is yours.
I believe that we've made our choices. So, what now?
Those
Tilda
of
has been
you.
slowly backing up this whole time. Just kind of backing away, ready to leave.
I would like to say that you probably back up to Abydan, because Abydan is in the back still.
Yes, you're behind us. Okay.
Yeah, Abydan would be behind you guys, so I'm assuming that you would back up almost just like comically, like bump,
Oh, yeah.
sort of bump into him. All right. Now what happens? Dear Regal Prospers, leave. I know which ones of you have bowed and which ones have not. Trust me, you will get yours. But I am your new king for the time being. So leave.
Helaena stands and draws her sword in not a super threatening manner, but it's clear, do not follow. She's now got a squad that she's going to protect. And she pulls the insignia off of the shoulder of her chainmail, just absolutely rips it off, decimates the thing. And she looks at him and she says, I have devoted my life to the army, to passing every test they threw my way, learning every skill they asked me to. I've trained hundreds of soldiers to serve. I've led tens of soldiers on the field of battle. Even if this insignia no longer stands for the righteous kingdom of Everil, at least it stands for that. And she takes it off, presses it to her lips with a kiss, tosses it on the ground, turns her back to the Mind Flayer, and looks at everyone else, making it very clear, I have your back, go.
Well, it's been quite a pleasure. You know, I'm going to miss the tentacles on your face, my liege, my lord, your grace, your radiance, all your tentacleness, your hentai-ness. And, you know, I am just going to be, I'm going to say all these things while I'm backing up, and I almost trip over Tilda. Oh, I'm sorry there, little girl. And,
Little girl.
Where's the door? Please, where's the door?
So the door that you're looking for is actually the gate back into the main city of Everil.
That's the one. The one that'll get me level 1.
Tilda's gone. She's ready. She's bumped into Abydan. She's been tripped over. She's like, I'm done. I'm ready to go. Goodbye, guys.
And can I say to Tilda in halfling, hey, let's go.
Yes.
Here's my halfling voice.
Hey, let's go.
Whenever I speak halfling, I'm going to talk like that.
Canonically, Tilda's voice is just very high-pitched. I just don't have a naturally high-pitched voice.
Without really saying much more, he will take Helena's lead and just back up. No sword drawn or anything. But then he'll just follow out.
Abydan will kind of round out the pack as they all begin to leave. He'll keep his sword sheathed, but will have his shield at the ready. And just as everyone else crosses the threshold, he will kind of turn back, and not even to Shaverra or Harrix or anyone, but he'll just kind of mutter almost to himself more than anyone else. Be it mortal or divine, justice will be done someday. And then follow after the rest.
Abydan, do you say justice will be done someday loud enough for your companions to hear?
I would say that those closest, so probably Helaena,
Yeah,
I would say.
Helena's waiting for you to go out, so she definitely would have heard.
Yeah. So Helaena would hear that. Yeah.
As the two of you, or as Abydan says, justice will be dealt. Commander Helaena and Abydan of House Renevar both look up to the right and see the beautiful banner of Everil. You see the two E's that cross each other, mixed with the gold, the green, the red, billowing in the air, with the blue accents and silver surrounding it. Both of you have wonderful memories in some way, shape, or form of the city of Everil. And now the stairs that lead all five of you down, it seems longer. It seems longer than what it was. There was a level of anticipation that you had whenever you came up these stairs just a few short, like an hour ago. Now, what's left behind you, you can see the flags almost seem to be flowing downward. Not as elegant, not as pure as what they once were. Almost seems like the colors themselves are rapidly fading. Not physically fading, but you know what I mean, in the metaphorical sense, that they're fading away. That whatever was in Everil no longer is. And now it's your time to go on an adventure. To hopefully save Everil. Shaverra addresses the party one last time as you all are crossing that threshold. If I ever see you within this kingdom again, my brethren will certainly feast on your feeble, young minds.
Oh, he said I'm young.
Quincy.
Is anyone actually escorting us out?
Yes, Vespos. Vespos is walking you guys back around. You can see that Vespos has tears streaming from his eyes, and like his eyes are bloodshot.
I will say to him quietly, Steward Vespos, I know this cannot be what you had hoped to happen. Surely not. Is this...
It was not. However, I am the steward of the king, and I will follow orders.
You were the steward of King Avera. This little twerp is not your king. He has allied himself. That monster. And you'll continue following his orders? To the detriment of your kingdom?
Erix shouts out for guards to follow you all. Before Vespos even gets a chance to really reply, he just says, my family has been in the service of the Everil family since its beginning. I will not let this kingdom fall, but I will also not disobey the true blood.
Vespos, even a good soldier knows when not to follow bad orders.
With that being said, the gate comes falling down between you all and Vespos. The Keep of the King is now closed. Trade will stop in the middle courtyard. And as you're escorted outside, you're greeted by a group of people. greeted by villagers and soldiers that are calling for the death of the 6 who killed King of Everil. Quincy.
Sorry, right before we were escorted out, was the gate that came down, are there like holes in between,
Yes,
like bars?
yes.
Or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I would to Vespos, I would take out well, dang. Thought I had something else. But I will just reach out my hand and say, Vespos, I don't really know you all that well, but I know that you're better than this. And then very, very hushed, if we ever make it back, and we rely on you to be a contact of sorts.
Do what I can.
Thank you. And I guess, unless anyone else has anything, we would then be like swept away.
Yeah, Buddy had something, then Abydan, then
Abydan was
Helaena.
before me.
Oh, okay, Abydan.
Yeah, as soon as the gate goes down and then he sees Quincy talking, he'll kind of wait. But as Vespos, kind of begins to turn away, Abydan will kind of reach through the gate and catch his hand, kind of catch his wrist. Vespos, will you allow a priest to be selfish for one time?
Of course. Make it quick.
Abydan will yank off his unstamped priest necklace and pass it through the bars to Vespos. Give this to the Lady of House Renevar. Tell her and the rest of my family to run. Let go. Hands withdrawn, the chain of the necklace kind of trailing through the bars. And then contact is broken.
Very good. Buddy.
As we are being pushed into the crowd and I hear death to the 6, I look to my newfound family and go, okay, here to lure. Death to the 6. Death to... We really got to get out of here, guys, because the mob is a bad thing to be a part of, and I'm going to tell you this from experience. Death to the 6. We have to get somewhere, lay low. I know so many sewers. Death to the 6. I hate those guys. Okay, so here's what I say. Let's just go into the sewers real quick.
Do I recognize any of the soldiers in the crowd?
Everil has so many soldiers, I doubt that you would. Maybe just like in passing one. Yeah. So this is 100% a mob. And they are calling for the death of the 6 who killed the king. And there's 5 of you. Weird.
Oh no, we have another sibling. Dang it.
Well, but besides
Christmas
Harry,
list is
This
getting
little
bigger and
Harry-
bigger.
This little Herrick isn't also a bastard because his mom went missing for a year. Who knows what she was doing up in there? Death
someone
to
read
the
their
6.
timeline.
Death
Very
to the
good.
6. He had weird eyes, and I didn't trust him. So
Yeah. So the crowd is shouting death to the 6.
The crowd is shouting death to the 6, not death to the 5.
Okay.
Helaena is going to immediately stand up completely straight, throw her shoulders back, put on her "I'm Squad Commander Helaena Ilias, get the heck out of my way" face. And she's just going to go make way, and sort of part for them to get through the crowd.
Very good. Yeah, the mob is going to part for you guys. Abydan.
Abydan at the back will kind of lean forward to Buddy. I think your plan to hide in the sewers is a good one. I think you have good ideas, Lord Budrick.
Well, here's one. How about we just get out of here real quick, right lickety split, and get ready to teleport if you need to, big boy.
Are we still being escorted?
No, the guards have stayed within the keep of the king.
Abydan will just fall in line right behind Helaena. Keep his head on the swivel, but in line behind her.
Sure. Tilda.
Tilda is, as she's moving, I'm like, yes, buddy, let's go. We're out. Death to the 6. Can I find somebody who I think may be, like, clock someone who I think is sympathetic? Because I want to ask them a question.
Sure, roll for perception.
Are we doing
level
stats?
Are we level
Yes,
one?
we are doing
We're level
level
1.
stats. Congratulations, you guys. You made it to level 1.
How does it feel to become a level 1 now?
Depressing.
Like
it
an
is
existential
depressing.
crisis.
Yeah, this is an existential crisis. This is depressed. Remember what I was describing with the flags?
19.
19 for the investigation. Wonderful. The first person that you notice a jester.
Oh.
Who is standing outside of the mob that is quickly sketching you all. Not the mob, but is sketching you all leaving.
Death to the 6. Death to the... Hang on.
Hey, what's up?
I know you know we're part of the 6. I know you know we're the 5. How do you know they're 6, and who is the 6? What are they saying? What are these people saying?
What? You all look fancy. I wanted to sketch you. You left the thing. You left the key. I wanted to sketch you.
I look fancy. Thank you. I sewed these clothes myself.
I know, I can tell.
I'm speaking in half.
Helena whirls around because it is evident that her squad is starting to fall apart.
Are you stupid? Are you an idiot? Shut up!
I just rolled really high. I thought he
My
would be
friend is so
sympathetic.
confused right now. You know,
So,
she's high. Very. Like, disturbingly high. Can I just...
I'm really high right now.
Bro.
You point us to somebody who has answers. Never mind. Buddy, let's go. I don't like
What was your question? I didn't understand.
She was asking you where the closest bathroom was.
Oh, the closest bathroom? That'd be in the Keep of the King.
Oh, dang it. You know that door's locked. What are we going to do? Wait, not seeing you.
My assumption is Buddy has grabbed Tilda by the collar and is just...
Not that much taller than you, so...
I know. I'm just like, okay.
The second person who catches your eye, Tilda, because you did roll so high, you do see a female elven guard, one that Commander Helaena Ilias may also recognize, but is quickly making her way towards you guys.
Higher or lower rank than myself?
Higher.
Okay, so I salute.
Hi. Who are you?
No. Put your hand down. There is no need for a salute here. Look, not at this time. We don't need to bring attention to ourselves. Or do the other 3 of you join in this or no? Quincy is shaking their head no. Buddy is saying yes. Abydan says no. Okay, cool. So to Buddy, Tilda, and Helaena, the female elven guard introduces herself as Alua ap Red Tree. Alua ap Red Tree reigns from Astera, or the Star of the Forest, which is where magic is colloquially known to ensue. There have been 6 adventurers or mercenaries that have been accused of killing the king. However, one of them, a high elf, is very close to me, and I know that he could not have done this.
So nice. Death to the 6. Death to the 6.
Death to the 6. Death. I'm getting into it at this point. Death to the 6.
What is it you want us to do about that?
Where are you all going?
Out of here? So
The
we don't
sewers.
die. No, buddy, not the
Yes.
No,
Yes, the sewers.
Actually,
My
he's
favorite
right.
terrain.
They are the least patrolled
It
area.
is.
And they
Hang on,
run all
Are you
over
all
the
under
city.
the impression we should be staying here and not getting the heck out of this kingdom?
We need.
Listen, with the utmost respect, Abydan, I'm going to let you finish that in a second, buddy. Wait on, buddy. Here, we are probably going to be caught on the way out by some guards who are going to accidentally lose us in a cell or just have us straight up killed. So I think the best way we need to go about this is we just need to disappear into the sewers so we can get out of the city proper. There's a lot of grates that are going to lead right out to the walls.
That's not a bad play.
Who said that? Oh, wait.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. No. That was your
That was-
master.
We are
My bad.
6. We are 6.
Oh, no. I'm one of them.
That was my agreement as well with Budrick.
I know some great sewers. You're going to love them. There are only like a few giant rats. It's going to be wonderful.
What? Why don't I just see if I can get someone to get a message to some of my soldiers and they can, quote unquote, escort us out?
Because your soldiers are not loyal to you anymore.
Exactly what but Mr. Lucky Hands
I've
is
ever been
saying.
in a squad because I assure you, my soldiers might take orders from the king, but they're also loyal till death.
They're going to
I
be
don't know how
more
many of you have
loyal
been on a
to their
battlefield?
direct. I have before, but that's because I was picking on some carrions to get some jewels to pawn.
Helaena,
Yes.
do you care about your men?
Yes.
Then we shouldn't involve them.
Fine, the sewers it is.
By the way, I probably need to pay a visit to my family's house.
No.
Is there a
No, you don't.
No?
No, you don't. No, we're gonna die.
That's true.
If we do
Okay.
not get out of this city, we are going. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna huddle up. Can we get a bastard huddle real quick? Bastard huddle.
A bubble.
Yes.
Sure.
I don't think many of you guys have ever been on the run before, but if there are powerful people looking for you, you gotta disappear, and you gotta disappear fast, or else you're gonna lose more than just my fingers. They're gonna cut out a tongue so you can never say anything. They're going to hobble you, which is you stick a plank between your legs and smack you. They're going to do anything in which way they can to make sure that your voice is silenced and anyone who would dissent because of you is dead.
And I don't only have the guards in the kingdom coming after me. Now that my name is out there, I have other people who would very much like for me to come home, and I don't want to do that. So the
please
faster
do.
we can go, the better. I would love that.
All right.
Alua,
And- yeah.
Alua Apredtree leans in. Look, if you all are heading towards the sewers, the best shot that you have, make it to the most southern portion of Everil as soon as you can, by way of sewer, then take the southern exit out. I can make sure that there are no guards that stop you from making your way into the Red Benedict's forest once you all reach the sewers in 2 days' time.
I was about to say insight as well.
Yeah. Same.
Sure. Roll for insight, all of you. I'll take the highest.
Not me.
Well,
Oh, no.
Hey.
that natural. Oh.
Thank God.
What?
The highest was Helaena with the 17.
Oh, okay. No. She looks directly at your eyes, Helaena, and you can see just her eyes seem to be trembling in fear, and she is 100% genuine at this moment. And also, she's of the clan Red Tree. And the Red Trees are very well known for the Red Benedict's Forest. You know, that's just a family that's in there. You can absolutely trust that she may have arrangements for you once you get to the, once you begin your journey into the woods.
Fine. We take the sewers to the southernmost point of Everil. We take a southern exit into the Red Benedict's Fortress. Fine. And you will have no guards stopping us along the way. Fine.
Let's go.
One last thing before you all leave. I have heard tell from some of the patrollers of the Red Benedict's Forest that there is some sort of insect plague and there are rotting of trees within the Red Benedict's Forest that seem to be coming from an opening of what they're calling a red, purple, and black smoke out of the forest floor itself. If you all can, once you reach the forest, if you can help us eliminate whatever that is, and hopefully if you see them, then you will eliminate them, but if you don't see them, then that's equally just as good for you all to get out of here as quickly as you can outside of the city.
Woke up in a gutter this morning, curing a mind flayer plague tomorrow. We're leveling up in this world, baby. Come on, Nantucket, let's head to the sewers.
Abydan will look at Alua. Gods and time willing, we'll do our best. But that's all I can say for now.
And we're off to see the sewers, the wonderful sewers of Everil.
Yes. Yeah, probably best we go ahead and go. Yeah.
Okay.
Can we get a montage in music to go like of like sneaking through the city and then just like lifting up a sewer, and then it's like everyone else is just like, oh, gross, and I just take a break. Oh yeah, and just hop in.
We'll see about the music side of that. Troy, can we get some good music for a travel montage to the Grate of the Sewer?
Gotta be a montage.
Hold on, let me get my actual pan flute IRL.
Oh my gosh.
I do actually have one.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not doing that.
Okay.
That's going to make mixing horrible for me. So, and Chaz has one too. That's great. Or an actual flute. What on earth is happening? Okay. So you all, again, this is pretty early in the morning. Or it's now getting closer to like noon or so. Daylight is drawing. The city itself looks beautiful. People are bustling around. You hear whispers at every turn from different people saying, the king is dead, but he has a son who's taking over? Well, at least it's still Everil. Gosh, I hope the city stays as prosperous as what it has. Of course it will. Of course it will. We're talking about the son of King Shaverra Everil. He is trustworthy as his father was. I'm positive of it. You hear these murmurings all throughout as you're going into, as you're making your way through the city until you arrive at a sewer grate that is within the most the most inward facing wall that leads to the Keep of the King, which you guys are now out of and everything. But that sewer grate leads to the rest of the city, which follows the Everil map pretty much down to a T of how to navigate through it. Buddy,
I'm going to point to that and go, "Hey, Abydan, what are one of those things called again? Like the bars and stuff?"
Great.
Yeah, sewers sure are, aren't they, buddy?
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yes.
To the poop.
you guys going?
Yeah.
100%.
Is it easy to move, or we gotta struggle with it for a few minutes?
No, you got to struggle with that for a second. It's a grate. It's a sewer grate.
So,
Tilda, do a strength check.
Great.
Tilda.
I would like to try and lift it off.
I'm not
Can
going
I
to
help
resist.
him?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Let's let Quincy see what he can do with it first.
Okay. Athletics.
Yeah, athletics. So you get your strength in there.
Well, total 16.
Ooh, total 16. I'm gonna say it budges a little bit. Maybe having some extra help from somebody would go along.
Okay.
You
I
use
gotcha.
your legs.
Can I roll with advantage then?
If
If
you're
they're
getting
helping.
help from Helaena, yeah, roll with advantage.
So that is then a 19.
19, love it. Yep, that's going to be enough to do it. The grate moves away. It does create a bit of a commotion, but mostly the area that you guys are at stays relatively uninhabited just because it's next to a sewer grate. People are dumping their stuff there and everything, so they're trying to you're not going to find a bakery right next to it, you know what I mean?
As I'm struggling with it, wow, they really just dump anything on these things.
I know, isn't it wonderful?
As soon as he says they dump almost anything in these things, you all are hit with the foul reek of sewage. But not just sewage, but also the sewage that kind of smells like mulch. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit more acidic smelling. Yeah.
Lovely.
This is what we
Helaena,
call
Helaena, seeing that Quincy is struggling with the grate, kneels down and they, lift in unison with their legs. Don't worry.
All yanks rapidly with their back.
I actually just put it on my lower back and then just gyrate
a
little.
Like Sloth in Goonies when he's holding up the.
So inside the sewer, is it? I'm assuming it's pretty dark.
There is a ladder that leads down into it, but yes, it is pitch black dark. Aside from the lights of other storm grates that would be shining lights periodically, but I mean, you're talking about going 50 yards without seeing light for a while. Actually, let me get this question out of the way first. Who all has dark vision? 3 out of the 5 just raise their hands. That's great.
So, in answer to that, Quincy will draw his longsword out of his scabbard, and then we'll just run his gloved hand along the length of the blade and cast light on it, where a brilliant green light emanates from it.
Ooh, a brilliant green light. What kind of color of green? If you don't what shade of green? Like
the Everil color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Almost like a chartreuse. So with that, he will kind of lead down into the sewers, presumably right after Buddy, because this is Buddy's home.
Are you sucking up to our dead dad with that color?
I just like the color.
All right. Little much.
Little much? What do you mean? It's a color.
I mean, it's like the whole sigil color. Like, oh, look at us, we're the Everils, and we're the Thousand City.
Okay. All right, fine. And then I'll run my hand over it again, and then change the color to like a black light.
Well, don't change it. Oh God, it looks like a Jackson Pollock painting in here right now.
Okay. Probably not the best color for.
That is that I got from my inventory. Here's a normal torch, Quincy. You can use it.
No. I am committed to my bit.
Okay.
He has used a spell slot. Dang it.
No, it's a cantrip. It's fine.
Never mind. Oh no, you're casting light. Never mind.
Buddy, I assume you can get us through the sewers to our exit point.
Oh yeah.
Great.
I know these sewers like the back of my 3-fingered hand.
Uh-huh. How long is this going to take? Where are we in relation to the south?
Few hours, probably. 1 hour, 2 hours, maybe, give or take.
Fantastic.
Depends on how much sightseeing you want to stop and do on the way.
None. Thank you.
All right, you're missing out.
Abydan.
So, have we made our descent down the ladder at this point?
Yes.
I know sense of smell is totally out of the question in terms of perception, but are there any unusual sounds at this point?
No unusual sounds that wouldn't necessarily be there otherwise. Like, you hear rats scurrying and everything, but you don't hear anything particularly malicious.
But not the giant rats, just regular sized rats, because that's what Abydan was worried about.
Right. These are more RONS.
Rodents of normal size. Yeah.
Rons.
Dang
You
it,
see a
Ron.
red-haired rat that runs by saying that its name is a weasel.
It Ron's by.
Question for DM. Does Quincy know any folk tales about the sewers?
Any folk tales about the sewers?
Yeah, like stories that keep children up at night, or any songs that have been written about the sewers of Everil.
Probably not. Probably
No?
not.
There's no like specific creatures that live down there.
There are specific creatures that live down here, but it's not talked about.
Okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
You know, I've
They'll
heard
just
a
make one
song
up.
about this short little gremlin who lives down in these sewers, who has like a mangled hand, who sneaks out and will steal food out of the garbage cans
Write
of
songs about
some
yourself.
people. Oh my
People
god.
don't sing those in the taverns.
It is
People
about
do
me,
that.
isn't it? Oh my god, I'm the gremlin of the sewers.
Since
But hey, you have a song written about yourself. That's pretty cool.
so I don't
You know.
have it yet because I'm not level 2 anything, but based on backstory, I have an affinity towards animals helping me do things, and I have high
Yeah.
animal handling. Can I can't technically talk to them just yet, but can I kind of check to see if I obviously there's rats. Can I see if there's any rats and be like, I know Buddy knows the way, but can you help us go south and see if they will help us out or maybe alert us to any sort of danger?
Sure. Make a persuasion roll off of a. So what you see is a large rat, but it's a large mother rat, clearly with children on the way.
Ooh.
Wait,
So just sort of hobbling around.
can I get near it and just,
It goes,
you know, when you you stick your hand out for a cat to smell your hand?
Ooh.
and it goes,
I'm a friend of yours.
Everyone watch this. We're about to watch someone contract rabies.
Hey, rat.
Hey, rat.
I don't speak rat yet. I think, can I pull out some food and be like, take us out?
between
Might as well
two, oh my gosh, between two shriveled paws, you're able to see it just immediately begin to devour this piece of presumably bread or cheese or whatever it is.
Probably bread. Most likely that's what I would have on.
Yeah, just a piece of bread, some sort of pastry or whatever, that just ends up shoving the entire thing basically in its mouth with one go. But immediately then picks up its nose to smell the faint air around you, and looks directly at Buddy for a second. Looks between Tilda and Buddy for a brief moment. And just waves sort of her hand towards Buddy's coat pocket.
Oh, Nantucket?
Buddy, please tell me you're not the father to these little rat children.
Absolutely
Right
not.
on.
I'm sterile.
Can I make some sort of check? Because is this normal rat behavior, or is
What
this
check
more
would you like
sentient?
to make? This is a sentient rat for sure. This is a sentient rat.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. There's no check needed for that. This is a sentient rat.
roll for
Can
rat.
can I roll for insight to see if it's truly a rat or is someone disguised as a rat?
Yeah. Roll for insight.
Just-
You want to sit in your pocket?
4.
I think he's talking.
It's a
to
rat.
Nantucket.
Nice.
Nantucket pops its little head out of my pocket.
I forgot you had forgot you had Nantucket.
Is that your rat's baby mama?
No, Nantucket's also sterile.
Oh, okay. Good. Not like good in that. No, I'm just gonna stop talking.
No, there's the guy who runs the game shows down at the Coliseum, Bobius Barker. He told me to spay and neuter, so I made sure that I did.
So the rat just sort of waves as though it's like a familial wave, not like a flirtatious wave or anything. Just like, oh yeah, I know Nantucket. We've seen each other for, an amount of time before.
High school.
Yeah, they went to high school.
I say we follow this rat. And I give it a piece of bread.
Immediately just...
All right, buddy, hop on in. And I open up my pocket like a kangaroo welcoming a joey. And we're heading down the sewers. With every step.
Very good. As that's happening, I'm going to give you guys this moment before we do any sort of fast traveling or anything like that through the sewers to actually give some character building moments to go ahead and introduce yourselves to each other, because we really haven't done that yet. You all know each other by name and maybe like one thing out of what we discussed in the 5 tiers before, like, oh, who are your parents? Like, well, I know them, this, that, and the other. So just go ahead and take this time to go ahead and, actually introduce yourselves. Your siblings at this point.
Fairfoot, who are you running from that's chasing you across sewers?
My family. I am adopted by the Elwyn family. You probably have heard of them. They are charitable and oh so smug, and they weren't the greatest adoptive parents, so I had to leave. There's some other things that happened, but it was not a good place for me, and I needed to get out as soon as I could. So I spent a lot of my adulthood after spending my whole life in that household, kind of in the streets, in the taverns, in the woods. Not the woods, the streets and the taverns, hiding from them. But now that my name's out, there's not many Tildas in this area, so...
I know like 8 just off like back of my hand. One for each finger, I know so many Tildas.
But you're missing 3 fingers.
Can they really drag you back? Aren't you an adult?
Yeah, that's 8, isn't it? If I've been doing math wrong this whole time. I'm great at English, I'm bad at math.
What, Helaena?
Can they really drag you back? Aren't you an adult now? Why do you have to continue to run from them?
Oh, my adulthood means nothing to them. I am a person for them to do their bidding, to live in their household, but in public to make it seem that they are the kindest and the most charitable of the High Elf family, and get them political power because, oh, I have taken in this poor little halfling girl. Look at her, how sweet. When in fact, I was no more than a slave. So this scar you see was from them. There's others. And they don't care much for my autonomy or my thoughts. And they have too many hands in other people's pockets for anybody else to do anything about it.
Well, I think you found a group that's willing to do something about it. I'll make sure you keep your autonomy.
I'm trying to get out of this town.
Can you describe that scar real quick? I'm sorry. Can you describe that
scar?
So,
the scar is from the top, the top of her right eye down to her cheek. Basically, outside of role-playing, she did something wrong, like served her adopted mother something wrong, and she just went to slap her but had a knife in her hand at the same time, and so it just caught her face.
Yikes. Okay, cool. That's nasty. That's rough.
Oh, there's more. They're just not visible.
You think that to give off the charitable vibe, they could have just gotten an animal shelter or something like that. That's horrible to treat someone like that.
It's okay. It had taught me how to survive and taught me to not really trust many people. So
that's why I only trust rats.
Also same. I learned a lot from animals. It kind of got me to where they actually helped me escape.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, you're fine.
I'm sorry you experienced something like that, especially in a noble house. They're meant to be
noble
exemplars, not lessons on the devils of our nature.
Abydan, I think coming from a noble house has sort of skewed your perspective a bit.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Let's talk about me. What about you, priest boy?
Abydan, I've got a question if you've got an answer.
All right, one at a time, but yes.
Oh,
Isn't it-
Abydan, I also have a question.
Quincy,
more than prepared.
you first. You're right. You're first, right?
No, I was just messing with him.
Well, that's disrespectful. How dare you? He's your
just
brother.
being a
You
sibling
should not be
now.
disrespectful. We treat each
But
other
go-
with respect in this family. In the Lucky Hands family, all of you are Lucky Hands now.
No,
No.
no,
I'm all right.
that's
for
not
that.
how any of
Listen.
this works.
Abydan Lucky Hands Renevar. Why do you carry around a blank thing like a little amulet with that's weird. Like you haven't chosen a god. Isn't that kind of like messed up? Like aren't you like I don't know looking for like hey who am I going to worship today? Because it's kind of
Yeah.
disingenuous.
Yeah, I thought that the gods were after like dedicated people.
Yeah, devoutness.
The sect that I'm from believes that every priest is chosen by the god, not the other way around. Perhaps
So like adopted.
some more fortunate ones, yes, but there could be signs of miracle or representations of that god's divinity found in life that draws a priest to that god. I just hadn't found mine yet. Or
So instead of declaring, I'm going to worship this god, please bless me with your powers, you wait for them to bless you with their powers and then you declare for them? That seems quite self-centered.
no, it is not.
It does. Think.
It is not a blessing of power. It is a recognition of our fragility as mortals.
So because you are more fragile than other mortals, they give you special advantages?
No.
I don't know, like all the gods kind of seem like if you're waiting to be, you sound like a pick me right now, honestly. Now,
I
unless
have
it's
to agree
my
with
boy,
Buddy.
just let's be real. The coolest god is Jazir. Just go with her and you're set. She's cool.
It's not my place to pick my god.
I mean, is it kind of like a no cleric left behind sort of thing? Or I just don't get it. But to each his own, I guess.
And you're a warrior, right? You're supposed to be like a holy knight.
Indeed, yes.
And they once they choose you, they bless your sword to smack down some heaven on things. I don't know.
A paladin draws his strength from the oaths he weaves into his being.
From the oats he weaves? Why are you
oath.
weaving oats?
Well,
What?
I could have a hungry horse.
Sounds
I've played
like
that
it if you
game.
need that many oats.
I used to love that game as a child. Hungry horses.
It's so fun. I played it once. It was the only someone left in the trash.
Speaking of trash, Buddy, why do you know your way around the sewers so well?
I live down here. What do you
Why?
mean? What do you mean why? If I go down I owe a lot of people money. I owe so many people money. I even I don't know. I'm missing 3 fingers. I'm just learning that's 7 and not 8. Today I learned. No, I owe any gangster down in Everil. I owe money. I even accidentally I don't know. I might have sold my soul one time. I have no idea.
Wait, why did you not just leave Everil then?
There's nothing outside Everil. What are you talking about?
Well, I hear that Yuto is up and happening these days.
Is that the place I was given? No. Uto's
No,
different
no.
from Everil.
No, you were given the
The Uto, where the Mormonians are.
no, you were given the Eastern Arm, I believe. I believe Tilda was given Utosu, which was
That's
the
what
path
it was.
to Yuto.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Um,
Anyway, so you just get into cards. I love cards. I love playing dice. It's just so much fun. Anyway, I've bet I've lost so much money, and I will.
Buddy, do you play chess? Dragon chess?
Oh yeah, I'm great
Oh,
at chess.
I play chess as well.
Fantastic.
We play back in my neck of the woods. We play something called street ball with chess.
What? Elaborate.
It's shirts and skins, and if you take a piece, like that's how many times you get to throw a knife at them. Like a pawn is 1, a knight is 2, but if you take the queen, you get to throw 10 knives.
Buddy,
at
when we get
somebody.
out of this sewer, we're going to have to play that.
It's fun. It's fun. Trust me.
It sounds like it.
I'll be
I've
nearby
been
with
stabbed so many
bandages.
Yes, I will not be joining in that game of chess, but
We can play. Quincy.
But Quincy, you're rich. Why are you trying to be like some kind of like vigilante?
I'm sorry. I did not get the memo that I was rich.
I thought you were one of them rich families.
I think that's Abydan. Right?
Both of you are from rich families. Right?
Oh, well, I used to be, but I don't know if you remember about 16 years ago, the Durands kind of fell out of favor with the king.
Your branch of the Durand.
Your father? Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Your father was Sir Durand.
Oh yeah, that was my father. Well, not really, I guess.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Sir Leopold Durand. That's.
Oh yeah, but he's not your dad anymore, is he? That's kind of nice.
I mean, he wasn't terrible most of my life.
To be fair, what I've heard about Sir Leopold, he looks like that right there, and I just point down to one of the turds that were passing in the sewer.
Okay, that is a disservice to him. He was a fairly good-looking man. I think I remember, but
Don't you have sisters?
one sister, one brother, and my mother still lives in town. I wanted to try and warn them before things got out of hand here.
Perhaps we can get someone to deliver a message once we're outside the forest.
Can I? This is a stupid idea.
Oh boy.
Can I pull out? Do you have any paper you can write on?
Yes. Why?
Can you? If you write a warning, maybe I can send our little rat friend to your family home, like a messenger rat.
Do we trust a pregnant rat to deliver a message to a?
Who said this rat is not this rat is not pregnant?
It's a ragnet rat.
This is not a pregnant rat. I don't think you understand the anatomy of rats.
I'm pretty
This is
sure I
just a
described
chunker.
this. Never mind.
He did describe it. Yeah.
On the face, he's an old lot. He coming. He's not.
Are you talking about Nantucket, or are you talking about?
Or the other rat, the one that we found.
Yeah, that
she's
one's
100%
very
pregnant.
Oh, well, I was calling her. I thought, I was gonna call him. What is the one? Mr.
He?
Mistopheles.
Oh.
Nope.
Well, that could work. If you trust a with child rat to deliver a message.
Oh yeah, 100%. Why wouldn't I? What logic am I going against right now?
And also, we don't.
There was a
really
man
have-
with a tentacle face who
That's
just.
a very valid point.
That is very valid.
We also don't have a lot of options.
Yes, if we could get a letter to them. Apparently, I was given the Red Benevix Forest, or Benevix, and so if they could go there, we're going there, so that must be at least safe for now.
Except for the insect plague.
Yeah, that will be a pressing concern if we're going to lodge there for any amount of time.
Oh yeah, there's.
I suppose that's right.
Helaena, you're probably good at smushing bugs, right?
Yes, very.
That's what the army basically is, right?
Absolutely.
Glorified exterminators?
No, but
That-
like, the it's a metaphor for the bugs are like people who rise up against the King of Everil, that sort of thing. You go and squish them.
You're doing your part.
Well, I'm sure Squad Commander Helaena has
We think we can drop the squad commander. I've definitely been dishonorably discharged. Much like your father.
You're just kidding,
Well-
your dad's dead. He's about to.
I guess our fathers have been discharged from life, so there you go.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
guess
roll an animal handling check to see if I can get the rat to
You need some help.
message.
can
My
definitely
fear
do
is
that.
probably that Tilda does that.
you're not using animal messenger or anything. You're just
I don't
you're just
have
gonna
animal
try-
messenger.
Okay. It's just
Who do you
making
think
sure.
I am? I'm a level
Also-
1 warlock.
Chaz, for a very brief moment, I thought that you were using animal handling on Helaena or Abydan
Yes.
or something.
Yes.
I was like,
yeah.
valid, but what?
Technically correct. Technically
I'm trying to
correct.
calm the animal that's within you, the soldier, the beast within you.
Good luck with that one.
Well, I went ahead and rolled animal handling, and I got a dirty 20. So
Nice.
Ooh, with a dirty 20. What does the message say first?
I guess we'll take a second. I'll just kind of put my longsword underneath my arm to still get some light.
Here,
And-
well,
Tilda kind of puts her torch
Nope.
around.
It's my sword.
Here you go. Okay.
I can just hold it for you, Quincy, just like above your head so you can read.
There are
like a lamp.
4 other people here.
No one touches a man's sword. Anyway,
That's right.
I put the
Okay.
the piece of paper from my diplomat's pack on against the wall of the sewer and start writing out a message. Actually, let me pull this up. To Genevieve Durand, to Rosalind Durand, and to Percy Durand.
What about Duran?
Durand will be my second letter, and it says, "Things in Everil are not as they seem and are no longer safe. If you are able, meet me in the Red Benefix Forest as soon as possible. Get out." And then just sign it, the Minstrel.
Does your
Oh, is it
family-
your time of the month?
Wow.
Does your
Minstrel.
family read or understand any languages that are not as common to the area, just in case it gets intercepted?
Not as common to the area. No.
Cool.
That would have been a good idea, Tilda. That was a good idea.
That's
No,
really
we-
good,
we-
Tilda.
All are fluent in Elvish, but that's kind of the second language here. So,
We all speak Elvish, I know.
does
Right.
literally everyone speak Elvish?
Yeah, that was my
I think-
question.
yeah,
Does literally
yeah.
everybody speak
Yeah,
Elvish?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, everyone is
I
nodding their
speak-
heads.
I hope I speak
Halfling as well.
Elvish. I
I
am
speak
an
5 languages.
Ooh.
6?
Well, the only other one that I know is Halfling, but I don't think that they know that one. Anyway,
Primordial.
So, Helaena, I gotta ask, and don't take this the wrong way, because I mean it with the utmost respect. Why serve in the military?
Because the army was the lesser of 2 evils.
What was the other evil?
A path that I didn't choose for myself.
So, the army?
No, I chose the army.
Oh, what was the other one? What specifics?
My mother was a courtesan.
Oh, that's awesome. Mine wasn't, but because she was a whore. But tomato,
Oh.
tomato.
My mother was a courtesan, and the expectation for lots of the more attractive brothel brats was that we would train and we would take on the profession of our parents. And the night before my 16th birthday, I went, no thank you, and left for the army.
Ah, okay. You know, that courtesans, that's more of the hoity-toities, right?
Yes, which is why it would make sense that my father would be a king.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, because my father's a king too, and my mom, I mean,
Yes,
she
but
was
see, okay.
she was high class. She was high class, don't get me wrong.
Buddy,
But,
it
you know.
makes sense that our father is a king, our mothers were whores. But Abydan Fairfoot?
To be fair, I mean, we don't know what their mothers did on the side.
Now,
I'm
just
a
a
full
second.
halfling. I don't know how any of this works out. Y'all are way taller than me, and completely different species. So, can someone explain
Buddy-
to me how I even exist?
I mean,
Well,
I think
Buddy, that was a little bit out of line, your part.
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, like, if it was me and I was the 1,000-year king, I would want to find out if the Renevars had sticks so far up their butt too that I would go and find one to find out. That's probably where Abydan came from.
I mean, I'm not sure if I spawned from parthenogenesis, but it's a good theory.
What? What does that even mean?
I'm a priest. I spend a lot of time reading books and drinking wine.
Nerd.
Exactly.
Abydan, do me a favor, buddy. Make a history roll.
Natural 20.
No way. Way to go. With your natural 20, you recall hearing some sort of stories that Avera could shape change into nearly any race within Bardoon.
That's a pretty big, story.
If I recall properly, the former King of Era could change his shape at will, nearly anything.
So he turned into a halfling.
Guess my
If-
mom was hot.
that's
be
If
just-
we
I
could
mean,
do
my
that,
mom was
how
hot.
many other are we the only bastard children? Also, speaking of children, do we actually think Herrick is his child?
Eric's.
Eric's? Excuse me.
No,
With an X.
his name doesn't deserve the respect. Say it wrong if you want.
Hey, that's my little brother you're talking about.
Are we sure though?
right.
Yes.
Because his mom disappeared. She was not here.
Well, he had those eyes. What was with the eyes? Okay, it was like they were the same color as like all the smoke and stuff too, wasn't it?
If I recall, yes.
Yes.
I just rolled really badly in my insight check and didn't get any
There
farther
is
than that.
there is definitely a connection there. There's also the string of numbers that the priestess let out. I'm not really sure what they have to do with anything.
Were they coordinates?
That was my first thought.
Are we near the?
Shouldn't you know, buddy?
Yeah, I think
near the end.
it's starting to smell. It smells less foul this way.
As you all continue to walk through this, you guys are about halfway through, but this is where we're going to call this episode, just for time's sake. Thank you guys so much for listening. We're going to resume with more roleplay here in just a little bit. Tune in next time for the next episode of The Bastard Children of Everil and Unbarden Adventure.
Hello. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. If you liked what you've heard, you can always support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, rating us, and telling your friends, and all the other things that people always ask for. You can also follow us on Instagram at bardoon.adventures. That's BARDUN.adventures. If you enjoyed the music featured in this podcast, you might consider supporting the creator, Troy Drinkard, by contributing to his Patreon at Drinkard the Bard. That's DRINKARD, the Bard. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.